And hello, everybody. Welcome to Waffleboard Breaks on a Thursday night. Hope you guys are enjoying Carolina choking away their chance to tie the series at home to send it to Game 7. The Rangers fought their way back, got a fluky goal, and then they got a nice power play goal by CK. Capitalized on both of those to tie that game. So if anybody's watching it, I'm not watching it. So anybody's watching it, definitely let me know if the score changes before they get to overtime. Like I said, I was getting ready for the break, and I down here I'm away from the TV, so I'm not watching that game. You guys are. I'll watch the late game, of course, after we're done breaking. Just keep me informed. Let me know if there's a winner in that game. So, let me see. My framework boxes finally arrived today. We had a good time yesterday with the East Coast Sports Collectibles. Big Al managed to hit a nice Kyle Connor blue Winnipeg Jets home jersey. Oh, 4-3 Rangers. So the Carolina is folded up like a cheap Japanese camera, even though they don't make those anymore. So they squandered away their chance to tie up that series. So if that's the way that's going to go for real. So yeah, they choked away that one. But like I said, I mean, obviously the top seeds have kept advancing. They're all up, even though I think the Oilers tie with are they tied? They're one down they're down 3-2 to Vancouver. The other one is tied. So the Colorado series, the Colorado Dallas. So I mean, obviously the top seeds are having trouble putting away these lower seeds, even though they're not much lower on the yearly point totals. But there you go. Obviously, Carolina choked that one away completely by giving up 3 goals in 5 minutes, 6 minutes. 7 minutes, something like that in the third period. So that's another way. So CK got a hat trick. There you go, 5, 6, 7 of the playoffs. So yeah, he scored 3 goals in under 9 minutes to basically put the foot on the throat of Carolina. So that's probably how that one's gonna go. So like I said, let you guys know I got my framework boxes in. I'm trying to figure out. It's a limited checklist player wise. They're all high end stuff. So it's I mean, they're pricey boxes. So I was trying to figure out the best way for you guys to benefit you guys to break it up. I'm probably gonna do. Let me look at what my screen has. I paired up. Obviously, they say 1 in 2 chance of headliner. Headliner, of course, Draisaitl, McKinnon, McDavid, Marner, Matthews, Ovechkin. But in the available jerseys, there's a Fanatics Ovechkin, there's a Fanatics Matthews, and there's a Fanatics Draisaitl, as well as the Adidas. So I split them up. So I mean, obviously the Fanatics are, almost as nice a hits of those guys as the Adidas. Of course, the Adidas are on the headliners. But I mean, there's supposed to be 100 boxes, and if there's 50 of them are the headliners, there may be 1 or 2 McDavids. So I'm going to make McDavid the community spot. I broke down the other spots. I think there was 26 different names, but if I break up the Ovechkin, the Matthews, and the Draisaitl, and then I paired up some of the lesser names. There's no real lesser names, but I paired up some of the hits. Obviously, I kept Vasilevsky and Hedman together. That'll be one spot. The Marchand goes with the Charlie McAvoy, so that's another spot. Makar's by himself because that's a reverse retro. That's the only Makar. The Tavares, even though it's a really cool Maple Leafs, like it was black jersey, I paired him up with the Morgan Riley. Marner I kept separately because that's the reversible with the yellow front on the inside. That's like their specialty jersey. McKinnon, I believe, only is an Adidas in the series. I don't believe there's on the checklist there's a Fanatic, so I can't put him separately. Some of the other names that are in there, there's Kucherov. I kept him separate. Pasternak, I kept him separate. Kaprizov, I kept him separate. Obviously, I paired up the Quinn Hughes, I think, with Aaron Ekblad. I paired up the Jordan Kyrou with the John Carlson. I paired up Shifley and Morrissey because they're both Winnipeg Jets. And I paired up the Stamkos with the Vander Keen, which is an Oiler, I believe. But I'll give you all the details as we get closer to that. That'll be the following Wednesdays. I got 2 boxes of those. They're not numbered. They're just the regular framework boxes. So we don't know what's in them, but we do know, what's possibly in them because it's a stated jersey checklist. Obviously, the names are also obviously stated as well, but I think there's 26 different names, but I'm breaking it up into 19 different spots, which will be totally random. So you claim any of the 19 spots, and then we're going to random all the spots, and that's who you'll get, and you could possibly trade if you have to. But McDavid will be a community spot. So no matter what spot you get randomly, you'll also have a chance at McDavid if it hits. So like I said, in 100 boxes, if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 names. And I don't think there's, 9 of each, or maybe if there's 3 Ovechkin Adidas, maybe there's 5 Ovechkin Fanatics. Same thing with Matthews, same thing with Draisaitl. Maybe there's 2 McDavids total in the run. We don't know. Obviously, McKinnon and Marner, like I said, there may be, 9 or 10 of each of them because obviously they're a little less pricey than the big guys. And same thing with Draisaitl. This is obviously a reverse retro. Say maybe there's 3 of those, and maybe there's 6 of the Fanatics Draisaitls. But whatever, like I said, if you get one of those spots, obviously you have a pretty good chance at hitting. Obviously, we know the other names. If there's 50 of those headliners, there's 50 of the other names, and there's like a dozen names, so maybe there's like 3 or 4 of each. That's why I didn't mind pairing them up. So that way, if you get a paired up one, you probably have maybe 8 possible spots in the 100 to hit those jerseys. So that's the best I could do. Like I said, I was trying to make it really easy for you to break it down, but I wanted to make it relatively affordable. If I do that, it's going to be 19 total spots at $22 a spot, which is good. Like I said, obviously the boxes are much pricier. So if you did a pick one, get one, like we do with everything else, 16 spots, they'd be like 26, 20. I don't want to make it that much. I'd rather have it do $22 and set, spots and pairings and headliners, and we'll random those spots. So, you'll get some good spots. And then obviously if you want to make trades, you can always make trades, but that's kind of my game plan with that. But we'll deal with that the following Wednesday. Next Wednesday, of course, we're going to do my second East Coast where Big Al hit yesterday. So that's going to be fun. So, we'll see how that goes. Obviously. So, got a little back. Yeah. Jaden's back. So what's up, Jaden? I don't know if you have any spots tonight, but obviously you're looking at the eBay stuff for Sunday. So you definitely here for the viewing pleasure. We'll see what comes out tonight and tomorrow. So, but like I said, other than that, like I said, in the pick your player stuff, the only thing that's really unstated is the fact that we have the Hayes Bros. Kevin Hayes is the spot, but you get the Jimmy Hayes, RIP, the Boston Bruins that's in the box with him. There are 2 unstated double boxes, one in this most recent reload, one in the previous reload. Other than that, like everything is pretty standard. I don't have any specialties, nothing to piggyback. I did place an order last couple of days for some cool customs, so I'll be giving those away when they arrive, probably on Sundays when we do eBay. That's always the best day to give out some bonus free jerseys. I got some cool customs coming, so those will be totally free of charge. Just for buying your spots, we have a chance at the customs. And like I said, I put an order in for the 3 different ones that should show up to me by mid next week. So if I don't have them for this Sunday, it'll definitely be in the following Sunday, which will be our last Sunday before the next reload. It's that quickly. So we're down to, like I said, we're down to 36 boxes today, 35, of course, tomorrow, and then we'll be at 34 and 33 on Sunday, and then obviously we'll be down to the first live fill next Tuesday. Will be there 32 boxes. So it'll be pretty much a stretch run. One more double after this Sunday before the reload is in live. Like I said, I'll be able to get some jerseys to you. I said, obviously the next week, if I do 3, which I would like to do, because obviously I keep the prices similar to what they are this week. And then obviously I'll probably do 2 Facebook fills that last week before the reload goes in. There it is. The wheels fell off the Carolina Hurricanes. They decided to fold up the tents and go home early. So it was, they were up 3-1. They had a chance to put their foot on the Rangers. They hit a crossbar, they hit a post, and then the Rangers, who are the better team, just things go their way, and they made their way back. They got a good, hard-working, fluky goal, and then obviously CK just started to, depositing goals. So it's the way it's going to be. So, obviously they move on, and we'll see if the Florida Panthers can put away the Bruins, and that'll be the matchup that I hope to see in the East because, I'd like to see Boston go out. I don't think they're as good as the Panthers. So, but we'll see. Like I said, nothing else really special. We can just get the break in. Obviously, we got the one box tonight, and then same price list tomorrow. You guys will be back for the third one this week. We had about a dozen different people today. Obviously, we have 38 spots in the 36 boxes. So it's you guys did a pretty good job of divvying them up. Obviously Big Al was back tonight. Obviously, the Rangers definitely can win it all. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind. They're the best record in the league. Obviously, if the Shesterkin's on his game, they're the best. He's the best goalie. Obviously Bobrovsky could win a series on his own, but Shesterkin definitely can carry the Rangers in, and that power play can be deadly. Obviously, I said Ray Bork. I'm like, you talk about Paul Coffey, you talking about Chris Pronger, Scott Stevens, Rob Blake. I'm like, McCarr's a great player, and he's almost like a unicorn the way he plays in the current game with his wheels and his passing ability, but McCarr is not one of the greatest defensemen of all time. I mean, if he manages to crack the 20, that'd be a great career for him, and that's probably where he's headed. But I don't know about 10. I just think, but Vasilevsky might be the best goalie in the league, but he's been very overworked the last 3 years. Obviously, you make back-to-back cup wins and then a game and a finals appearance. Obviously the way the cap set up the league, there is always going to be attrition. Obviously the Bolts kind of went all in for their back 2 cup runs, and they managed to make a third cup run. So Vasilevsky, I would take him to win any one game if I had to right now. But even if I had to win a 7-game series, but as the wear and tear comes down on him, obviously he had the back surgery this year and missed the beginning of the season, but he is, he's in fine form when he's healthy. It's just that their defense is pretty porous. You don't shoot up, Matt Dumba and expect to win playoff series. The dude was washed out in Minnesota and he's bounced around. Like, seriously, if that's who you're going to shoot up in your top 6, you're not winning a playoff series. That's the NHL. And obviously the Rangers top 6 is pretty stacked. They've had a pretty good, Andre Miller's pretty great. Brady Schneider's played great. Trouba when he's playing is great. Fox is great. Obviously Lindgren. Rangers defense is twice as good as Tampa's defense. That's the problem is. I'm a Bolt fan through and through, but I'm a realist. I'm not going to BS you guys. I watch games nonstop. I know when a team has a porous defense, and the Lightning have a porous defense. They're playing guys, pull them up out of the minors. Some of them play well. I'm not saying they're not going to be decent NHLers long term, but they're not beating the teams in the East. They're not beating Florida in a playoff series. They got smacked around by Florida. If they're not beating the Rangers, they wouldn't beat the Carolina. These are teams they've beaten in the playoffs the last 3-4 years. And just the way the cap works in the NHL, there's no way to keep your team loaded up. We miss the Tampa Bay misses guys like Shattenkirk, misses guys like McDonough. Those are the guys that, even Zach Bogosian. Those players that are veteran players, you just don't have a way to keep them on your team. The team misses Killorn, misses Palat, misses, the big rig. Maroon. Even with the kid line they had with Colton and obviously Goodrow. That team would have been together if the cap didn't exist. But it's the way the NHL is. You got to deal with it. You got back-to-back Stanley Cups and a finals run, and I'm happy with that. Obviously, it's a shame to see, the career years of Stamkos, Hedman, and Kucherov go by the wayside because they just don't have the depth. But that's what happens. I said, obviously, your superstars are in the prime. They're starting to get to the end of their primes. But You can't win. You definitely can't win. No, forget Stammer. Stammer is a death sentence if they sign him. In the way the cap works, hey, with a non-cap world, Stammer could be. You give him part ownership of the team, Lemieux style, and Stammer could stay in Tampa until he's old and gray. But in the current AHL, there's just no. I mean, he's not a play driver. He's an absolute sniper. When you have guys like Hedman and Kucherov setting him up in the power play. But he's not a play driver. He's never really been a play driver. He's a finisher. And I mean, is there room to pay somebody like that $11 million in the AHL? Not the way the cap is set up. So, yes, don't get me started on Sergachev. Sergachev is the most overpaid defenseman on the planet. They had to pay him because that's the way the NHL is. But he's not worth the money that they're giving him. It's just your bottom 2 and 3 just aren't quality when you pay. And it hurts me to watch. Obviously, that's it's you got to be able to fill your roster out with quality, and they've just been stripped mine. I mean, they've traded so many high draft picks to build their dynasty, and like I said, that's just the way it's going to go. I mean, you guys look at guys that succeed across the league that used to be in Tampa, even for a short while, like Marchessault was there. I mean, Verhaeghe was there. I mean, these are guys that didn't. I mean, Verhaeghe won a cup, obviously. I mean, it's the first cup, so it's a shame, but that's the modern NHL, and you get used to it. You kind of hope that your front office is good enough with their drafting, and then free agent signing. But that's what you got to do. So it's a shame, but I mean, like I said, you deal with it. I mean, I don't expect Tampa to be Stanley Cup contender anytime real soon. But it'd be nice for them to get back there. And like I said, their veterans are good enough to make runs. It's just, you don't have the depth. You see how these teams have left. These teams have deep teams and talented teams. I mean, Edmonton can't get over the hump, and they got great teams. They got great players, but they're just missing a piece or two, and they can't get that goaltender that wins them the series, and that's might finish them off in the playoffs. The Rangers and the Panthers both clearly have a goalie that knows how to win a playoff series. We'll see if the Bruins. I mean, obviously Swayman's played good at times, and they bombed them a couple times, but we'll see if it's enough to get them past Florida. But if not, Florida and the Rangers is kind of destined to happen. So we'll see. We'll see. Out west, Dallas is a great team all year long. They've been a great team. See if they can take care of Colorado in that one. And obviously the Edmonton series. I mean, obviously Edmonton is everybody's hoping that they can get over the hump, but there's no promises. I mean, like I said, I mean, it'd be nice if Stuart Skinner or obviously Pickard. I mean, they don't have a goalie that when you look at the goalie, you're like, okay, we got to beat him. Like that's just how it is, That's just how it is. But like I said, even Georgie's been so good. He won so many games. I think he led the league in wins this year. But I mean, they just didn't give him enough rest. Does that kind of affect them as we get down to the last couple series? Even if Colorado can advance, I mean, obviously they won a cup, but I mean, is he enough to win a series? I mean, it's the final's going to be the best because if it's Florida and Rangers and whoever comes out of there, I think is going to be the favorite. They might not be as highfalutin and with all the league's headpieces on it, like either McDavid, Draisaitl, or McKinnon and Rantanen and McCarr. We'll see what comes out of the West, but the East is going to be a tough team. I think. I mean, obviously, it's going to be tough to get into the finals, no matter who you are. But I think the Eastern teams to me are definitely should be the favorites come the finals. So we'll see how that goes. So, like I said, I mean, this is going to be fun. Like I said, I mean, I was trying to make it as affordable for you guys as possible. I mean, I hate doing random, but I mean, the way I paired up the players, 19 spots, totally random, $22 a spot. That's going to be as fun and as fair as everybody can get. Obviously, the McDavid will be the community spot, so that's going to be fun. So that's definitely the game plan for after this coming Wednesday, which is going to be the East Coast. We did a good job with the Kyle Connor Adidas, so hopefully we have another Adidas in there, but we don't know anything other than what we've seen so far from them. So yeah, that's right. It did with Crew. Like I said, I mean, obviously the Colorado's got the kind of team that they can win with any goalie. Edmonton hasn't proven that they can do that yet. And like I said, I mean, I definitely would give it to Colorado as the favorite if they ended up going against Edmonton. But we'll see. Like I said, Dallas is no joke. Obviously, the teams in the West, I think, are so good too. But you don't see them as much. Us, the East Coast, at least, we don't get a chance to see them as much, game by game basis. But when you get to the playoffs, these teams are pretty fierce. So, but like I said, I mean, I have no problem thinking that Colorado can make it to the finals. Edmonton still has to prove it to me. We'll see what happens, out west though. Like I said, I mean, Dallas really might be the best team out west, but Colorado is not going to go quietly. So, I mean, obviously they forced it to 3-2. They win one more, obviously forced it to 7 games, but like I said, I mean, that's going to be Colorado Dallas is probably the best series right now. I mean, even though Carolina tried to get the 7 games, but then they folded. They fell apart tonight. So, so let's get the randoms going for this box. Let's do it. Let's get this one done so that we can get to bed and think about tomorrow. So tomorrow's box, it'll be the last one before the double on eBay. So let's get going here. Okay, like I said, with the boxes, there's only one box that I know. If you guys are following along at home, you should know as well. The only box I know, the player that's in it, is box 17. That's the last box from the 9th reload. 97 and 3 are both from the 8th reload. 17 was the 9th reload. Then we have 5 boxes from the 10th reload, and then a bunch, like 11 from the 11th, and then like, I don't know, 13, 14 from the 12th reload. So, so here we go. Let's get going with the random. Okay. Of course, we do 5 or more always with our random. And here's our boxes in order. Of course, we've removed. So we have what is there, 36 tonight. So let's get the dice rolling. 5 or more. Let's see what we got. 8s, double 4s, 8 times. There's our list. Let's do it. Good luck, everybody. Let's see what we can hit. 36 boxes, 8 times. We're going to have 1, possibly 2 winners if we get a double. We'll see. We have 2 in there, so chance of hitting them. Okay, the box we're going to open tonight. Good luck, everybody. Is going to be box number 55. 55. 55, I believe, is not possible for a double. 36 boxes, 55, 8 times. It is box 55. Okay, make my notes down here. I don't know if you guys keep as good a record at home as I do on my ends. I know Ray was terrible with keeping track of his boxes, so we kind of had to do it for him. But 55. Okay. 55 it is. And there is possible for a double box. This is the second to last, most recent reload. Good stuff in here too, guys. So let's see what we got. 55. 55 is right in the middle. Second box down. 55. Okay. Get my list up. See what we got. So good luck, guys. 36 boxes today, 35 tomorrow, 1 in 35. Actually, a little better because obviously there's 2 double boxes. So the odds are 1 in 35 tomorrow. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But tonight, we got 55 to take care of. Okay. See we go. Then we get ready for the late game. You guys are late game on East Coast, but late game is relative, obviously. So box 55. See who's going to be the winner. And he had him tonight, even though he only got one of his 2 spots. It is Billy Smith, Hall of Fame legend, 4-time Stanley Cup champion, New York Islanders, Billy Smith. Here we go. Boom. Billy Smith. The Isles How about that? Boom! The New York Islanders, Fanatics, Long Island. Look at the 4 stripes on the stick. That's their cups. 4 straight Stanley Cups. New York Islanders. Let's get that up there. I said, I know who hit this. This has been one of his targets. He hasn't had it every time, but AJCOA, Billy Smith, New York Islanders Fanatics. Very, very nice. The legend himself, Hall of Famer, Billy Smith. That goes to Steve S. Congratulations, Steve S. You have not hit in quite some time. Obviously, we haven't had tons of aisles in there, but there you go. Nice job, Steve, banging that out. That's good for you because now I actually get to send you your Ed Jovanovski puck. I've been waiting for you to hit. I was going to mail it out to you probably in a week or so if you didn't hit anything. But definitely you will get Billy Smith in the mail. That's going up to Amityville, New York, and you'll get an Ed Jovanovski puck that you won in the bonus a couple weeks ago. So congratulations on the Billy Smith. I will be sending everything that you guys hit is going out on Saturday morning. I know Tim asked me about what his Housley jersey. I haven't mailed anything from last Thursday, and I think Thursday I sent out, but then the weekends, and then obviously this week. So this is the 3rd day of the week. We had 2 on Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the Thursday, and then tomorrow. So I will be mailing out all my jerseys on Saturday morning. So that's kind of the way the work schedule worked this year. So congratulations to Steve hitting the Billy Smith. Very nice Islanders. He knows I have another Islander on deck for the next reload. So that's actually we have I have a Butch Goring that's going into there for the next reload. So he will have something else to chase as well. I know there's a couple other jerseys he actually had his eye on, but I like to keep you guys entertained. I like to keep you guys, with your targets to chase. But congratulations to Steve, and sorry for everybody that did not hit. Obviously, there was like 10 or 11 of you guys that did not hit. Obviously, the only one winner tonight. And like I said, tomorrow night, same thing. With obviously one better, I will end the Smith on eBay and make sure he's not available tomorrow to be claimed. And other than that, like I said, I mean, that's all we got tonight. Like I said, like to see you guys back here tomorrow night. Like I said, we haven't done Fridays regularly, but every so often we throw in a Friday, and then I'm going to do it again next week. So that's nice. That's nice for you guys. That's nice for me. Congratulations again to Steve. Looking forward to getting this to him. I know the Islanders fans need to have a Billy Smith jersey in their PC. So this is a good hit for him, obviously. So yeah, sorry for everybody that didn't hit, but obviously odds are now down to 1-35 tomorrow. And then of course 1-34 and 33 on Sunday. So make sure you get your bids in for your eBay spots. Billy Smith will disappear, and whoever hits tomorrow night will disappear as well. So thank you much, everybody. Like I said, I appreciate the support. I couldn't do it without you, and I will keep doing it as long as you're interested. But I'm looking forward to the next couple Wednesdays. Like I said, next week's gonna be fun with the East Coast box, and then the framework boxes. It's a pretty stacked lineup on that framework boxes. Like they're pretty pricey. Obviously, they're close to the same as the official license boxes, so it wasn't easy for me to kind of make it affordable for you guys. Obviously, you couldn't do 16 spots. Pick one, get one, because like I said, there's not 16 teams. There are not 32 teams available. But obviously, we can do that with the East Coast because we're assuming every team is represented, even though we don't have a checklist. But Framework gives you a full stated jerseys that are involved. I'm not sure how they do it with 100 and half of them are headliners. We'll see. I have 2 boxes. That means I should have at least one headliner. I would always be willing to order more if they manage to show us that that's 100% the situation. But I mean, a lot of times they sell out before I get a chance to order more. But we've hit headliners before in that, so it's not like we don't know that they're in there. Obviously, we've managed to hit some good headliners for Framework, and that's probably as good a boxes as there is out there. Obviously, the officially licensed hit parade, they give you a better idea of what is in there, but we've seen most of their jerseys, so we kind of have an idea. So yeah, no, I mean, you're very welcome, Devin. Thank you for getting in, grabbing your spots. Like I said, it's like I said, it's always a risk. Obviously, you're playing the odds, but I think it's a fun, chance at some beautiful, gorgeous hand selected jerseys. No junk here. I mean, of course, I'll give away the custom stuff as just freebies, but if I'm gonna have you guys chase stuff, it's gonna be stuff that that I swear by and that I know is gonna be well received by you guys when you get it in the mail for me. So, but other than that, like I said, definitely enjoy the late game tonight. Should be fun. Obviously, the hair-raising, nail-biting, the series of getting down to the nitty-gritty. Obviously, it's now down to 1 or 2 wins for these teams to advance. Obviously, the Rangers have now moved on, and then obviously we'll see if Florida can do it. Obviously, Edmonton and Colorado will be fun to go up against each other, but Dallas is real good. Obviously, these teams are real good. So there's no guarantees. Obviously the Rangers, the steamroller started going on them. Basically decided to steamroll the Hurricanes. Once it got their first goal, they just don't have that kind of. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying they don't have that spine to them, but you just could kind of feel it. Obviously, it's a home crowd. The Rangers got the 3-2, and then they got the power play, and then they tied it. And it's just obviously, and then Kreider got his hat trick goal. It's just real tough for these teams to right themselves. But Dallas is going to try to close out Colorado. We'll see. Edmonton, Vancouver is such an even series. Obviously, Vancouver is playing with their third or fourth string goalie, and he's been unbelievable. But I mean, Edmonton's got that series tied. We'll see what happens tonight. We'll see if that's enough to carry over to the game 6 for that series. But other than that, like I said, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow in the Alice playoff. Where is that? Oh, yeah, that's true. I said, you had them in the playoffs thing. Yeah, so they really blew that. I mean, like I said, there's no way that they were guaranteed to win. They were trying to tie it up at 3 games each to go back to the Garden for game 7. And I mean, but of course you lose. If Rangers had lost 3 in a row going back home, there's always going to be some doubt. But I mean, obviously they showed that they have some moxie by being down 3-1 the third and not stop playing their game. They tied it up, took the lead, and then obviously got the empty netter at the end. And they're just showing that they got what it takes to make a cup run this year. So yeah, your team's a toast. Tampa, I could have told you they were probably on the bow out that one. Like I was hoping they were going to be Florida. I mean, but I honestly didn't have any real belief that they were going to win that series. It's just. Florida's a better team. I mean, Florida had a couple of times this year when they lost a bunch in a row, and then I thought maybe, okay, it's going to fall apart, but they managed to right the ship, and Bob got hot. It's just they're tough. They're a tough out. So I mean, obviously they're deeper. They're talented, and I just don't think Tampa was deep enough for that. Carolina, I thought maybe they could. They showed moments this year where they were going to be the team they're going to make the run. But the Rangers basically showed that they have moxie. That's sometimes that matters. Obviously, still have to have talent, but Rangers showed that they can be down 3-1 on the road in game 6 after losing 2 in a row and say, okay, we're done. So, but okay, I will see everybody tomorrow night. Thank you very much. Enjoy the late game. Take care.